Simply defined, urban gardening is the process of growing plants of all types in an urban environment. It is an idea that first took root in ancient Egypt and has been, well, growing ever since. Urban gardens not only provide a local source of food, but they improve our living spaces to help bring the community and family closer to nature. Let's take a trip around the city of Calgary to learn more about the growing alliance of urban farmers and meet a couple of members of YYC Metro Growers.
Hi, my name is Rod and I work with Leaf & Lyre Urban Farms, and we grow fresh produce. We pretty much started taking yards from across the city, just saying yes to people that wanted to say yes to our business plan. And we were amazed to, we feel like it was kind of a way to meet the best Calgarians that there are. These people that are willing to kind of share their land with us, and a place for us to grow some organic veggies. So it was overwhelming, it was fantastic. We have a website, and so people, every time that we kind of were in the media, people would find out about us, and they would send us send us their contact information and say, hey, I got some land, maybe you want to farm it. I'd love to see it being used in a productive way.
Leaf & Lyre started with about 20 yards, and that's the number Rod and his business partner have stuck with.
It's a bit of a revolving door in terms of the land space that we have. But I think in the process we're teaching people that you can actually garden here in Calgary, which some people think you can't. The fact that we're actually doing it and doing it every year to success or failure, we're really developing some great knowledge about what does thrive in the Calgary context. And so I mean that refers to a lot of different plant varieties.
The Calgary Metro Growers are made up of not only Leaf & Lyre, but also growing gardeners, leaf ninjas, dirt boys, and urban sunflower.
A huge benefit is that we can encourage each other, especially when the harvest comes in and we're flat out trying to get this stuff in and to get it sold. There's many days where you ask yourself, are we crazy? And so it's nice to know there's a few other crazy people that you can share this in common with. It's still not easy to make money farming, but we're all just passionately committed to growing local sustainable organic food, and we think that's a need in our culture. I find plants beautiful, and when I'm cleaning up some lettuce for a restaurant order or for the market, we wash it, and it kind of is spread out, does a little bit of drying before we bag it, and fluffing it with my hands, and lettuce in that state, it's a carpet of lettuce. It makes me happy, and I think that's why I do it. There's just a real connection to where the food comes from.
This is Dirt Boys' first year up and running as urban farmers. They've had their ups and downs, but learned from them and made the proper changes.
Hi, my name is Dennis. My company is called the Dirt Boys, and I'm an urban farmer. This piece of land, this used to be a convenience store in Sunnyside, and they've shut down, I think it was about 3 years ago, and it's been for sale ever since. It was kind of looking gross and dirty and that sort of thing, so my business partner Adam, he said, he phoned the landlord and said, hey, do you mind if we start gardening on your back plot? And she's like, sure, as long as it looks good. She says, I don't have to pay for groundskeepers. So they were happy with it, and she's been around and have a look at it, and she loves what she sees. For our crops, I mean, a lot of leafy greens, mustard greens, lettuces, romaines, butterhead lettuce, that sort of thing. We're also growing some herbs like cilantro, parsley, dill, things like that. We've got beans growing here. We've got arugula. We're even trying sunflowers. We're going to try selling sunflowers too. It's an experiment for us this year. It's the first year we've grown on this scale. I've got a small backyard garden, raised bed in my yard. But with this as well, a lot of people say, oh, it's too late to plant and all that sort of thing. And as you can see, we've just planted. I mean, I'll plant today as well, and we'll be planting many more crops moving on, but a lot of people get to that mindset that we've only got a short season. It seems like it's kind of shifting, you know. June is kind of a key month for starting planting because you know, you're getting a really wet May and that sort of thing. And then, but you also get a really nice September as well. So September is still fine, and some of those leafy crops like kale and that sort of thing last really nicely into October as well, even after frost. Hope to get to a point where it is lucrative. I can make a living at it, and again, that's not why I did this either. It's not to make a lot of money. It's but I hope that we can set a model that other people can join in. The idea is to have a co-op of sorts where you sell your product to the YYC Metro Growers, and they're able to establish at all the markets rather than just, you know, like we sell at the Sunnyside Hillhurst Farmers Market. Leaf Ninjas are at the Ramsey Inglewood Farmers Market, that sort of thing. It's a way that we can spread our product even further, you know, even maybe offer CSA. So basically people buy shares into the Metro Growers, and they're able to have a nice diverse array of food rather than just what we're growing here. You know, I mean, Calgary gets hit by hail. You know, not all of us get hit. You know, we get hit here, that sort of thing, so we can kind of call in the Metro Growers. They come out and we do a planting party and we get everything up and going again really quickly, as opposed to just me and Adam sitting here and spending a week trying to replant everything. We get everybody out here, they bring their seeds and everything, and we get things growing again. Obviously, you're a little bit behind at that point after a hailstorm, but at least, you know, you kind of feel that they're going to pull together and help you out.
My goal in moving forward with Metro Growers is to develop a shared space where we can have like a commercial kitchen, a large cooler, so that like our produce can be kept there, and it then becomes a pickup spot for restaurants. We save time on all of our deliveries to restaurants. The commercial kitchen would become a teaching kitchen. A lot of people have forgotten what to do with fresh produce, and so we'd be able to teach some of those skills.
Metro Growers is also working towards making their co-op a non-for-profit to continue educating the public, to speak in schools. It's important to help people connect to the food they eat, and you can truly see how passionate these urban farmers are.